Here in this session, two speakers here. And the first speaker, Nakano will explain introduction of Softbank and data network business. And then Softbank SDN activity update. And next speaker, Someya, will explain details of the SDN NFB environment budget. It's a little bit technical topic. The first introduction of Softbank and data network business. Who is Softbank Group? Softbank Group is an investment company in Japan, and consolidated sales is 9.1 trillion Japanese yen. So it's about 91 billion US dollar. And number of employees is over 74,000 people. And this will show you Softbank Holdings structure. And Softbank Holdings, as I said, it's a holding company and investment company. And under this company, Softbank KK, it's a Japanese telco, and Sprint, US telco, and Yahoo Japan, and ARM, and Softbank Vision Fund made by Softbank Group and Saudi Arabian investment company, and Brightstar and so on. Now, actually, we are belonging to Softbank KK Enterprise Business Unit. And Enterprise Business Unit mission is to innovate customers' business and society with cutting-edge technologies and services. And what kind of services we have? Our first one is mobile and fixed line phone, and then the next network and the cloud and security, and digital marketing, AI, leveraging IBM Watson, and robotics and IoT and so on. And we are belonging to networks unit, so I have responsibility about network and security. So let me explain about our network business in detail. So you can see a smart VPN in Central, and that smart VPN is a major cloud network services based on MPLS technologies. And also we are providing remote access gateway services and internet access gateway services and direct connect to major cloud without the internet. And in addition to that, we are providing a security solution and a provisioning function and so on. And we are, on the other hand, we are providing other solution like a data center solution and major cloud reselling. And also, of course, we are mobile telco, so we are providing a mobile device, and we are providing a SIM card for customers and IoT M7 devices. So customer can leverage this full stack solution for customers' worksite innovation and for core digital business innovation. And for such kind of innovation, actually, we think that Blueword services like gateway services and security and provisioning function are becoming very important for such kind of customer. So we are enhancing this type of solution. And let me explain about our gateway businesses. We define Softbank gateway services is between smart VPN and internet and mobile at SB, Softbank data center, and managed by Softbank operator. So it's not on-prem solution. It's not on-prem solution, right? So we are providing network solution like SSVPN, UTM, load balancer, and P gateway solution, and web security like proxy, URL filtering, and mail security solution, and server solution, and so on. Actually, this slide was used 3 years ago, 2015 of this Congress. I used that. And before SDN, we had a few challenges like that. First one, long delivery time, and second one is operators workload, and third one is CAPEX OPEX issue. I think these issues are very common for all telco. So I needed to address these kind of problem. So we decided 3 years ago, we decided to introduce SDN technology to our gateway environment. And this slide also used 3 years ago Congress, and as promised, we launched Softbank SDN NFV services 2016 February. And this, from this side, I will explain our update. And this will show you our SDN gateway history. And as I said, we launched 2016 February SDN services. And after that, we are continuously providing SDN services for our enterprise. And on the other hand, after launch, as you can see, we had to proceed 2 projects in parallel. First one is mobile core virtualization project, and second one is SDN environment version up task. Fortunately, we launched 2 projects in 2 months successfully. This will show you a transition to SDN after launch. As you can see, we had a SDN-based service customer eventually, month by month. And right now, we have about 30% SDN NFV-based service customer on the number of total our gateway customers. Why our customer choose our SDN NFV services? The reason is one is short delivery time, and second one is auto setting by a custom portal. We call it Smart VPN Web. And in the future, we aim to exceed over 50% by the end of 2020. And let me explain about mobile core virtualization project. As I said, we launched September 5th. We launched virtualized gateway services for IoT customers IoT deal. Actually, we leverage Affirmed Networks gateway virtualization product. And actually, before virtualization, actually we had a partial HA architecture and scalable system due to a very hard hardware system, and we operate manually. But after that, after virtualization, you can see on the right side, we can fully providing fully HA architecture and scalable system. And customer can control our network and P gateway by a customer portal. And customer can enjoy a zero-touch solution and low power wide area services and so on. So many enhancements was happen. And this slide was used 2 years ago in this Congress. And in this, at the time, I said SDN gateway will be software-defined exchange that allow customer to connect from area to anywhere. But at that time, we didn't connect mobile network to our SDN gateway. But as I said, we have connected mobile network to our SDN gateway environment last month. So SDN gateway has become a software-defined exchange services that allow customer to connect from everywhere to anywhere. So from customer point of view, a customer can leverage this environment to connect from mobile network to internet by firewall and proxy for their security, and customer can IoT device and M7 device can connect from mobile network to Softbank IaaS solution to store IoT and M7 big data for on SB IaaS environment to analyze with AI solution and so on. So, okay, it's so next part from Someya will explain.
Thank you, Nakano-san. Hello, everyone. My name is Kentaro Someya. I'm in charge of developing orchestrator and these platforms for our gateway services. The purpose of today's presentation is to share the service operation in 2 years and its migrations. Let's look at today's agenda. Here is what I'm going to talk about in this presentation. I have divided my speech into 3 parts. First, system overview. I'd like to tell you a little about our system. Next, 2-year operation and problems. I'll share our service operation and problems in 2 years. And then, new orchestrator and its migration. I'll talk about our new orchestrators and its migration. Let me start by briefly introducing our gateway services to you. We provide a secure gateway between a few networks, such as the closed network based on MPLS VPN, the internet, and the LTE mobile network. Our service also provides VNF due to short delivery time. We adopting VMware ESXi as its platform. On the other hand, if the customer wants to use high-performance device, we can provide a physical device. Next, we briefly explain our customer portal and orchestrator systems. Please see the below figure. Our system are shown. Our orchestrators, we are using Cisco VTS, NSO, and VMware vCenter. VTS can extend layer 2 network with VXLAN among several leaf switches. vCenter can deploy VNF services. VTS and vCenter are manipulated via Cisco NSO. NSO configures all network devices. So our customer portal has its self-database, which is similar to NSO database, and access to NSO via its API. And next, let me explain our service operation and problems in 2 years. First, about orchestrator. We took time to test all items about 1 year to have many service topologies. Total test items were over 2,000. We initially tested by manually. Thanks to hard work, there are over 500 customers in our gateway service. On the other hand, the time to deploy a customer network became slow because our orchestrator database was rapidly increased. This graph is the time to deploy a customer network. You can see that the deploy time has doubled compared to initial period. Therefore, we performed minor version up in the middle, and it was temporarily improved. In addition, there are many system faults because of using the low version orchestrator. Because of these problems, the operational costs have increased. Next, I explain about NFV and our customer portal in 2 years. By providing NFV, about 70% customers are using virtual network appliance thanks to short delivery time. NFV infrastructures had ever been had no system fault in 2 years. NFV and its infrastructure are good stability. Our customer portal, there are about 300 API access for a week now. Its error rate is less than 0.1%. It's higher availability, high stability too. But our customer portal has very complex logics for configuring customer firewall policies and so on. For example, firewall policies have different API paths whether it is NFV or PNF. Therefore, it is difficult for us to make major modification in a short time. From the problem of the previous sections, we designed new orchestrator as below. First, we could not determine the effect to change the northbound API in short period. Therefore, we did not modify the northbound API used by the custom portal. For example, when the specific API such as firewall deployment freedom through this API is deleted, the custom portal could not use. Second, of course, the configuration of any devices should not be modified before and after the migration. Finally, moreover, we wanted to add a new function or new orchestrator to meet the requirement from customers. Next, we explain the migration step from old to new orchestrator. The design and development 3 months, test 6 months, migration took time 10 days. First, about test. From the experience of testing all manually, we prepared text file which is wrote all test item related to its network topology. We use these text file when any network topologies were created. To perform network health check, we use ICMP and compared with the configuration template which had correct result. Finally, about orchestrator migration. Please see the below figure. Our migration step are shown. We could not upgrade directly because of limitation of our orchestrator. Therefore, we prepared the other physical server, installed new orchestrator to migrate database. If its database were changed in migration period, it was too difficult to migrate database, so we prohibited using any customer portal and deploying any customer network for about 10 days. After this migration, we switch the API from the customer portal from old to new orchestrator, and we tested whether our customer portal and network could be correctly used or not. And finally, we opened all customer services. In conclusion, our new orchestrators have no problem after this migration. For example, deploy time became shorter than before the migration thanks to bug fix and so on. Our migration project was success thanks to Network Systems and Cisco in Japanese vendor. We have a few tasks in this project. It was important to upgrade continually to operate stability. On the other hand, we have many test items. The automatically test is important too. In addition, we will need to improve the system operation because our system is very, very complex. Thank you for your attention.